So our project is on online shopping mall inventory management system, and this is the home page for same. So first let's try to generate some new registrations. Let's go for customer registration. Let's give some entries. Customer 1, password let's say 128 128. Email ID, let it be customer@gmail.com and address be Nadiad. If this is not same, then we will not be allowed to go further. So password does not match. Let that be same. Submit. Don't save. Customer registered successfully. Let's check the database for the same. Database customer. Yes, if there are 4 entries, let's refresh it. Yes, it's added, I think so. Yes, customer@gmail.com. Here we have an entry for the same. Let's try to create a staff member. Staff 1, password be simple 128, mall, birth date, phone number be 0, staff 1, staff@gmail.com, address be Nadiad, and he can expect, if you want to enter some salary, expected salary, let it be 0 for now, and submit. Okay. It says that email ID or phone number is already registered. Let's check the database. Staff, is it registered? Staff@gmail.com. Phone number is registered, so we cannot write for the same. Okay, so let's rewrite staff 1. So that is a security feature that they are not allowing us to enter the same email ID and phone number. It must be unique. Staff@gmail.com and 0. Submit. Yes, the staff was registered successfully, and let's check the database for the same. Yes, here I have staff@gmail.com. Now let's log in for the customer. Okay, let's write enter wrong password. So email ID, they are saying that invalid email ID or password. Let's enter the correct one. Yes, we are allowed to our customer home page. Let's so here we can browse for the items which are available on for the mall, and then he can decide that he should go to the mall or not to buy its items. Let's search for food packets and Parle. Submit. Here we can see that we are having 3 items for the Parle brand and food packets. The price and quantities for it. So here it is 85. So it may be possible that when user reaches to the mall, the quantity may not be. So if he is wishing for Parle-G, then he might not go to the mall to purchase the items. So let's log out. Successfully logged out. Now let's try to log in for this staff@gmail.com. Enter. Don't see. What's the issue? Invalid email ID or password. What is the password then? 128 staff. So here we have not selected staff. That's the reason. Login. So here we can see that we are not allowed to generate the bill because the admin has not verified us. You are not verified by admin for a, so any random person cannot register for staff and generate bills, right? So we are not allowed to we are not considered as a staff member unless the admin has verified us. So we are having an entry for the staff@gmail.com, but he is not verified. So let's log in from another browser. Yes, for admin, and admin is only one single person. He is the manager actually. There are no need for multiple admins login. So this is the home page for login, home page for admin, sorry. And he can view cashier details, and then he can verify all the stuff. So here we are having the staff@gmail.com, the new staff entry. He can look at it and verify it. So let's update it. Let's give him some initial salary, 10,000, and let's make it verified, and give some comments over here. If he is rejected due to some theft, then we can write here the comments that he was rejected due to some theft, or update. Let's update it. So staff is updated successfully, and now let's look at the login home page for the biller. Let's refresh it. Yes, he is now allowed to generate the bill. Let's create a bill. Let's check for the products. What are the products available? Also, these are not the limited products. Admin can also add some new product. Let's first add some new products while we have already logged in here. So Mango Bite is here. Let's insert some. Here we have updated the staff, so staff list again. If you want to update some other stuff, here we have option to log in. Option to add some new product. So here the form for adding new products in the mall. Let's this is the barcode ID which we already had. 12324. Let's try to submit it. So it says that the barcode ID is already registered, so we cannot register product with the same barcode ID. Let's keep it A8080. Product name may be new product, and product brand, let's keep it Parle only, and price let it be 10. Expiry date, let's keep it 2120, and okay, so it's food packet size and offer. There are no offers. Mall units, let's keep it 500 mall units currently available in the mall. Submit, so product is registered successfully. If you want to register a new product, then we can also do it. Now let's go to the home page and check the database if it is updated or not. Here we are having the new product with the product barcode 8080. Now let the biller generate a bill. Product code 8080, quantity, what was the price for it? Price was 10. Let's make the quantity 3 and add. So the total is 30 over there. So we are having 30 is added over here. The total price is 1040. This is the previous bill which we were generating, but it is not yet completed. Let's add some more items over here. Mango by Parle-G is not added, right? So let's add a Parle-G over here. 12324. 12324. 12324. Parle-G. What is the price for Parle-G? 12 rupees. Let's make it 2 and add. So the total amount is this. We have added Parle-G, Mango Bite, and let's generate a bill. Now interesting thing is this one, that let's check at the mall units currently available. See, we are quantity is 5. Let's focus on only one. Let's focus on new product. What is the new product quantity? New product quantity is 500. Now after generating the bill, let's print the bill. This is the final bill, and let's print it. So it's done for now. Let's check the units update if they are updated. See, it's become 497. So the units gets decreased as soon as the bills are generated. So now let's go to the home page and you can generate some more bills. So that's it. Also we have also having the security feature that biller cannot, if someone tries to access to the, let's say, customer home page, if he knows the this stuff. This is the actually URL that only admin can access liststuff.csp. If the staff member tries, then he is prompted that you are not an admin. So there are security features that which only an admin, the other person cannot access. Similar features are also available for customer and biller and admin, the whole three. Now if this person tries to access the home page, let's refresh this page. Okay, so this is all what we, yes. So thank you.